So, all right, we're going live again today because I got bored. I was like, to start editing, and honestly, hold on, guys. honestly, I have to say, I have had the most interesting week so far. I fixed my laptop; everything is okay, but I'm kind of in a hurry today. So I was supposed to do this yesterday, but I didn't have time. So I've just decided to do this today. Anyway, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the most important thing right now, okay? Pen. Ah! Let's talk about the most important thing right now. So Malawi, hello Malawians, the province. Okay, so if you don't know, Malawi is a country in Africa, and they just recently had their elections, their presidential elections, which have now been cancelled. Like they've been declared null and void because the Mwanza, hi. Mwanza, by the way, I have a new number, so I'll probably text you on that. Anyway, so the Malawi courts have quashed Peter Mutharika's re-election, and are calling for new elections. Now, apparently, I am yet to find out if this is so, but apparently they were they were erasing voters using T-Pex, like that eraser, like that white T-Pex stuff that you use. Yeah, there's so much that was going on, and so the courts have said, no, these erections. Yeah. Somebody needs to get laid. And leave me alone. So these elections are null and void. So they're probably going to call for new elections. This is something that I have never seen happen. Yeah, kamishishaka nishiwe. This is something that I honestly have never seen. I have never seen anything like this, especially in an African country where the courts of law say that the elections are. I don't know, which country have you seen that has something like this? I've never. Correct me if I'm wrong. But EMA, this is the first I'm saying Malawi, and kudos to Malawi. I'm trying to be serious here. Kudos to the Malawian courts who have, it's not, I don't think it's easy to do something like this. Because even in Zambia, I remember the UPND were calling for this, they were like, these are not fair elections. So why don't we have, the courts are so compromised. In my opinion, the courts are so compromised. Like, it's kudos to Malawi. I'm very proud of Malawi right now. Like, I should probably stop teasing you for being a province. Congratulations. But this brings me also to another question. So what were these SADC and AU observers doing there? Huh? These international observers, when they went to, so they did, to them everything was okay. They were like, oh, these were fair and shanshan yuko. What were you guys doing? Because obviously for people to petition and say, Imwe, this was going on, you were there also. You were seeing that these things are happening. So anyway, I know the AU and SADC is useless. AU, SADC are useless. So it doesn't surprise me really. But the international observers also, so Nishi. All right, Mwanza, I'll catch up with you later. I don't know. It's very curious to me that you have observers who are supposed to be, impartial, but they don't see anything wrong with this election. Anyway, congratulations, Malawi. Very proud of you. Let's move on to some bullshit. I know you guys have been tagging me in this shit, waiting for me to give my unsolicited opinion on it. Ugh. Let's talk about the Nigerian pastor Siawan, otherwise known as Andrew. Hi, Andrew. He's cute, though. I have to admit, Andrew is cute. So he came online and said that Zambian politicians had gone to him and they had gotten powers. They had gotten a do as I say power, which makes people do things that they don't really know why they're doing them, that they make people vote for them. For example, he picked on the PF, the Patriotic Front, the party which is in power right now in Zambia. The Patriotic Front, apparently members of the Patriotic Front, influential people of the Patriotic Front, went to, he is otherwise called Siawan. They went to Siawan and they got this powers from him to make people vote for them, apparently. Then there was conspiracy theories going around that they had these certain rings they had on their hand. They were all similar. And are these what Siawan was talking about? And now, you know, everybody was... So he said, according to the videos that I saw, okay, it was live. Let me not even say apparently. This was live. This man was live. Videos are there. You go online and check them. He said that he's going to name them. If they do not bring back the powers that he gave them, he's going to name them. And people were waiting for Sunday, but of course his page got taken down. And it's easy to take down a page, actually. All you have to do is just constantly report it. So I think maybe the PF people, this is a conspiracy theory, by the way. This, what I'm saying right now, is just my view on it. I'm just thinking that the people who probably went, the influential ministers, whatever, who went to this year, want to get the same powers, they had their people just flag down his page and get his page taken down. Conspiracy. But he has come up again and said that some of the people got their powers and the powers they took from him, and he will mention those who did not do as he had suggested. He will mention their names. So there was this fracas, okay? There was this fracas that was going on. I'm sorry about that. That's a message popped up. But this is my take on all of this. We, the Zambian people, have reached a point where they're so frustrated. They're so frustrated with the government at hand that any small thing that goes, like, that's any person who's talking against the government is getting the support of Zambians. If you notice, or if you heard what Siawan was saying, the Nigerian prophet, he literally was saying what the Zambian people have been saying for a long time. He said, he talked before and he said the same, and many people say the same, because we literally don't know what her is. It says religious affairs, but she doesn't want anything else to do with Hindus, traditionalists, or Muslims that are living in Zambia, because she just wants it to be, you know, she tackles on Christianity, but her ministry says religious affairs. So this is very curious. I mean, anyway, the whole ministry is useless. She's just sitting there and, you know, getting paid for nothing. And this is something that the Nigerian prophet Siawan said. And every in Zambia knows this, that ministry is very useless. So we obviously supported what he was saying, because we've been saying it. It wasn't something new that he was saying. So in my opinion, even if he lies and brings up names of people who had never even met him or did meet him, we're going to believe him, because we distrust the Patriotic Front so much, and it's reaching a point of straight hate, that we will believe him. That's what I'm just saying. We will believe him. So he says he's gonna bring this the names up on Thursday. I am going to mind that business, because it is my business. So I am definitely going to be watching, and I will come here and I will tell you about it, because other people's business is my business. Yeah. So basically that's what's been going on, and this has also overshadowed the Bill 10. Like let's not get distracted from the Bill 10. Bill 10 is still there. So let's try by all means to make sure that Bill 10 does not go through. Okay? This is just something that we have the unemployment rate is skyrocketing. We are not able to afford anything. So this kind of drama is the only thing that's keeping us busy. That's why we're paying attention to it. There's also this old man on Facebook who is obsessed with CR1. Like, he is literally all the way deep in CR1's butthole, that he has made videos, he has made statuses. Like, even everybody else is like, oh man, chill out. This is the problem when you have old people just discovering the internet. Now, in my opinion, especially Facebook has a lot of young people. So in this old man's mind, he thinks he's speaking with people his age who are probably like, he's exchanging words with teens, and teens must be so embarrassing, because when I looked at this old man's Facebook and the comments there, and it was talking about this, he has been talking about this one thing. Like, I mean, I'm talking about it today, but this, like, it's his life now. Like, CR1 is his life. This is his life now. This is what he has decided to do. Anyway, so this is what I think. Like, this is why we are drawn to nonsense, because it's the only escape we have, I guess. Because if we had jobs, if we had stuff to do, we wouldn't spend most of our time on Facebook. We wouldn't spend most of our time on social media, unless it's for business, because of course social media is also a platform for you to have your business. But because we don't have any alternative to release our frustrations, that's where we go. I will be waiting for Thursday. I don't believe in any of this nonsense, by the way. It's rather sad that the gullible people are most often than not poor, uneducated people. And people like CR1 and people like politicians always tend to pry and prey on poor people. Sad, but such is life. I think that is why, in my opinion, the Zambian government does not want its people to be educated. They do not want a well-educated people who know how to read, people who question things. Because once you know how to read, once you can read and understand, you start to question what you're reading. You start to question things that don't make sense. And in my opinion, I think that's why the Zambian government, I must stick to that. Zambian government doesn't want to invest in education, because they know. That's why it's very few people who are talking about Bill 10, because they can read and they can understand and they can see. Like, can you dumb it down for us? What is in this bill? What is it that is so bad? And you find politicians like Tutwa Ngulube going to people and lying to the people and just giving them surface information, and not giving like the full information, but just the surface information, and the people tend to believe him. Anyway, me and my squeaky chair are about to leave now. Thank you so much for watching. Please like this video, subscribe, share it with your friends. And not only that, I'm going to plug my friend in this, okay? Stefan Tendai is a good producer. Marfa, hook him up if you want your YouTube intros done. If you are a musician and you want a good producer, he is definitely it. Like, he is really good at that. So get in touch. Tendai Stefan on Facebook, The Pragmatic. Really good. Listen to his music on SoundCloud. It's really good, especially if you are an atheist. Just employ him. It's very affordable. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be here with my her on Thursday, telling you if there's going to be something else that has happened. All right, here I go. Thank you for watching. Bye, guys. Yo.